How to stop shoulding all over yourself. This is a time of year where many of my clients come to me and they are stuck with a case of the shoulds. They are looking back in reflection at what they've accomplished, what they haven't accomplished, old patterns and habits of toxic relationships, not finishing projects, and they're frustrated. They're caught in a case of overthinking, overanalyzing, and they're beating themselves up with the should've, could've, would'ves. So if you've ever found yourself in this toxic cycle, know that you are not alone. And today I'm going to share my 3-part energy recipe that I've been sharing with them to help you get unstuck. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Irena Miller, energy alchemist, astrologer, spiritual life guide. And this is Inklings, your weekly show connecting you to your intuitive guidance system. So let's talk about this. First off, I want to invite you to shift your thinking. It's not so much about a circle, like here I am again. How did this happen? I should have known better. I've been here before. The healing process, the up-leveling, the process of transformation is more of a spiral. So even though it looks like you're back again in the same exact situation, if you really take a moment and look, you'll discover that you're different. You know, your thoughts, your awareness, your strengths, things have changed. So even though it's familiar, you are at an up level. You are getting ready to heal at a higher experience. So think of it more like an onion. It's not so much the circle, but this situation has many layers to it. And the energy recipe that I'm sharing with you today is going to help you get through those layers in a more efficient way so that hopefully you don't find yourself frustrated coming back again to similar situations. So when you find yourself caught in a downward spiral, as many empaths do, because they take on the joys and the pains of the world, I want to invite you to think of a little eject button in the center of your forehead. Maybe you even tap it and say, okay, I'm going to eject these thoughts and these patterns right now, and then go into the first step of the energy recipe, which is attention. And attention is all about offering yourself grace in the moment and taking a deep breath. Because when these feelings of frustration and anger bubble up, like, oh, I should have known. Why did I end up here again? How did this happen? We can really get down on ourselves. We can be very critical, very mean and harsh. We wouldn't be that way to a friend. But instead, I want to invite you, offer yourself grace, take a deep breath and experience the feeling of frustration, maybe of shame or blame or anger, and breathe through it. Think of it as coming up through the body and you exhale it out. Because when you do that, you name it and claim it, you take the power away from the feeling and you're able to see the root. What is triggering this? What is the energetic experience beneath this that keeps inviting this experience back into my world? And what that does is it shows or shines a spotlight on the patterns. Once you know the patterns, then the second part of the energy recipe is intention. An intention, another definition for it, is a healing process or a plan. So when you set an intention, you're setting a healing roadmap, a process or a plan to find health and well-being, whether it's mentally, spiritually, physically, or emotionally. You have that plan in place. And the third step is action. Action. This part, I want to invite you to take joy in the fact that small, consistent steps lead to big changes. Where I've seen my clients get really frustrated is that they create these wonderful big plans and goals and they try to do it all at once. And then they get upset. They kick themselves. It's like, oh, see, it didn't work. I'm right where I was before. I should have known. We're ambitious. We have big plans. It's a wonderful thing, but don't shoot yourself in the foot before you even begin the journey. Break up your plan into those small, consistent steps. So that intention, the healing roadmap you've created, know that it will compound over time just by showing up in simple ways. Maybe it begins with just noticing where the moon is. The moon affects our emotions on a daily basis. So it might just be that the moon has moved into a certain zodiac sign and it's triggered these emotions again. It's providing you with an deeper opportunity of healing and transformation. And any energy alchemist knows that alchemy, that alchemical process, it is created through friction. So there's some kind of moment of discomfort that has to happen in order to create this shift and this growth. And when I say discomfort, it's really just the heat building within us so that growth can happen. It doesn't mean that it has to be terrible or bad or hard. It just means that change is happening. And whenever there's change, there's a little bit of discomfort. We're not quite familiar with it. We're out of our comfort zone. So when you are taking action, the goal is, all right, maybe I notice where the moon is. Maybe I pull a card for the day just to say what's important that I know, or how can I engage with the energy of today to make the most of it? Maybe it's a meditative walk that you do, but simple roadmap plans, little actions are going to make the biggest changes over time. So, to kind of bring it all full circle, how to stop shitting on yourself, use the 3-step unique energy recipe from me, Irena, which is attention. Be aware of the patterns by breathing the feeling through, claiming it so that you take the power away from it. Intention, your healing roadmap. What plan will you create to move forward in your healing process of this? And then action. The actions you take are small, consistent steps helping you reach that bigger healing roadmap, that healing plan that you've created. All right. If this has helped you, please share it with a friend so they stop shitting all over themselves too. Because what happens is then we move into hope once again, the positivity and the optimism of, I can do this. I really can. I'm not trying to run a marathon by tomorrow, but I have my small, consistent plan to get me there day by day. And if this has sparked more curiosity for you, then click on the link around the video. I'd love to continue this conversation. All right, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.